You probably noticed it by now if you're a channel regular. I'm French. I share my deep interest in roller coasters on both French and English-speaking communities, and also take part in park meetings with people speaking either tongue. Over the years, I've noticed some differences between the two languages when it comes to coaster talk. Here are several of them. To begin with, how do you say roller coaster in French? The answer is montagne russe, literally Russian mountain if you translate. A quick research on Google tells me that the name comes from people around the Ural Mountains in the 18th century, building wooden slopes from which you can slide down in the sledge. Some French entrepreneurs saw this, imported the idea in Paris. They named their rides after the country that inspired them. Funny thing is that all this backstory doesn't really matter, because enthusiasts in France mostly use the English word coaster anyway, because it's shorter. In fact, French coaster fans rarely translate technical words into their native language, as you will notice from this sentence I just made up. Ouais, Nemesis, l'inverted Alton Towers, il est pas mal. Surtout le premier flat spin qui a l'air d'envoyer des bons gros jets. Basically, we just skip the words and mispronounce them. One thing we did translate though is headbanging. French fans generally use the word bath, which means slap. And given our country only got its first B&M in 2010, I think we really needed our own word for this. Couderix, the infamous Vekoma 7 inversion coaster at Parc Astérix, is even nicknamed Bafon Felix, or literally Headbanging Madness X for that matter. True story. Another difference I spotted is talking about your seat position. If I'm correct, English-speaking fans use front row and back row regarding the place where you ride on the coaster. However, I hear a lot of French coaster fans saying first row and last row instead. I believe it's because of literal translation here. Finally, some people, especially newcomers, misspell this word. If you go through French discussions on Taron or Red Force, for example, you may come across a few guys stressing how excited they are about this new lunch coaster, and they're not talking about the Premier Rides Spaghetti Bowl clone rides. It's not uncommon for some Frenchmen to mistake one English word for another, and the whole lunch thing is just the coaster example. Coaster fans in my country sometimes have their own slightly quirky way of enjoying and sharing their passion for the montagne russe. The differences aren't massive by any means, but it's fun to point out the little distinctive things. I might even do another video of those if you like this one. Repeat after me. Lunch, launch. Lunch, launch.